in Trainer.
Café et deux croissants, merci. Good morning. Sleep well?
Think so. You?
Yeah.
Jus d'orange et café complet. You're up early?
I have been making arrangements.
For?
It's a surprise. Something special, Mrs. Furman. Just like you.
Who'd have thought we'd ever hit the headlines, eh, Dunny?
26 miles. Didn't think we'd complete the course, let alone win it.
Neither did I. But I'm very pleased you did.
So am I. A real achievement. You should both feel very proud of yourselves. I know I certainly do.
Alconfield?
Bonjour, Mademoiselle Laurence. Yeah, it's Monsieur Nick in sunny Deauville here.
Nick, how's everything?
Well, we're struggling with all the sun, sand and sea, but we're coping all right. Look, is the governor there?
Yeah, I'll just pass you over.
Nick?
Governor, thought I'd just report back on Dangerous Lady.
How is she?
Settling in well.
Good. What about Mo?
Well, she's a bit on edge, but, well, she's bound to be, isn't she? It's a big occasion.
And now, about those papers. I've arranged for duplicates to be faxed through.
Yeah, have you got Mo's medical records and license?
Everything's been arranged with the French authorities.
All right. What time do you think you should arrive?
About 1.
Okay, Governor. Okay, I'll see you tomorrow. Yeah, au revoir. Joe?
They're going well. Look after second lot for me. I've got an appointment. Come on.
He's late.
There's nothing at all to be nervous about.
It's all right for you. Freddie isn't your husband.
No, I'm only the lover. And I'm not nervous.
Well, I am.
Look, he's not coming to fight a duel. Is he?
Strange him ringing up like that out of the blue. I wonder what he does want.
Yes, well, whatever it is, I think you're about to find out.
Thank you. Keep the change. Oh, thank you very much, sir.
Please try and calm down.
I'm trying.
Caroline, darling. John, old boy. Feeding the chickens, I see.
Bonjour, Monsieur et Madame Furman.
Bonjour. Bonjour. Veuillez me suivre.
Merci.
S'il vous plaît.
Don't tell me. It's a glorious Technicolor portrait of you.
No.
Me.
Now just wait and see. Monsieur, s'il vous plaît.
It's Dangerous Lady. Oh, Robert, you're wonderful.
Your favorite. Painted by one of my favorites, Claude Baudelaire. I had it commissioned. It's a perfect match. Just like us.
You're a lovely lady, aren't you? Lovely girl. Eh? Oh, hi. Did you get through all right?
Yeah.
No problem with the papers?
No. Governor's got everything arranged.
My license, my medical records,
Yeah, just
and...
relax. There's no problem. He's got everything sorted.
Right. What's wrong?
Nothing. It's just... You'll never guess who I just saw in town.
Who?
Joe. Straight up riding a bicycle through town.
Sure it wasn't a pink elephant?
Yeah, positive.
Van Rouge, Nicholas, I think you've had too much for breakfast.
I'm being serious, Mo. I saw it.
Oh, gosh, that's right. So did I. It was only about, what, 10 minutes ago. I turned around, there he was. He was just standing there.
Funny.
Bonjour, mes amis.
Good morning, Arkenfield Stables.
Alex Farrell here. Is Mr. Hardy available, please?
No, he isn't.
Give him a message for me, will you? Tell him I'd like to meet him. Glass House Wine Bar, 12 o'clock. It's urgent, so I'd recommend he isn't late.
Well,
No sign of the virus in any of these samples.
that's a relief.
I think we've got it contained.
I certainly hope so. Otherwise, we have a major problem for the rest of the season.
Gav, urgent message for you from Alex Farrell.
Good Lord. Service with a smile. Have you done to deserve it, John? Never like that in my day. Milk, no sugar.
Yes, Freddie, I do remember.
I'll take mine weak.
That's the way. Get her trained.
Why don't you pour your own stupid tea?
Always did have a mind of her own, this one.
I had to, John, I can assure you, with this one.
I'm delighted to see you're both so happy together. Absolutely delighted.
Freddie, what exactly did you come here to discuss?
I want you both to know that I will in no way hold up divorce proceedings. I think we should get this thing over with discreetly and with as little fuss as possible.
Oh, that's very civil of you.
Isn't it?
Very civil indeed, Freddie.
I like to think we can all remain friends. I hope you both share my sentiments.
Indeed.
Yes, Freddie, the three of us. Friends.
I do, however, have a few terms and conditions.
Thought you might.
Well, one, actually. My horse. Applaud.
I fail to see what my horse has to do with any divorce proceedings.
My horse, John.
Yes, which you lost to me, fair and square, in a poker game.
Look, I was very fond of that horse. And my wife. If I can't have one, at least grant me the good fortune to have the other. I'm prepared to make you a generous offer. Let's just say it's symbolic.
Symbolic?
Are you suggesting that I barter my horse for your wife?
Good Lord, no. Well, not exactly.
I should hope not. That's an appalling suggestion.
Well, what do you think it's worth?
It?
Somewhere in the region of 25,000.
125.
No way it's worth that.
It is to me.
50,000.
Well, what do you think, Caroline?
I think I've had enough.
Where's she gone?
Oh, dear. You think we said something to upset her, John?
Robert! What are you doing?
Another threshold.
But we've already crossed it.
I know, and I enjoyed it so much the first time. I'm gonna do it again!
You are absolutely potty, do you know that?
Yeah,
And I love you.
I love you too, Rachel. Now, why don't we go and get changed? Get down to the harbor. I've chartered a yacht, and I'm gonna take you somewhere special for lunch.
You don't have to do all this, you know.
I know. I just want to make you happy.
I am. Excessively.
Un téléphone d'Angleterre pour vous, Mr. Firman.
Merci.
Telephone?
Now, you just stay here. Robert Furman.
Very sorry to disturb the connubial bliss.
Damn it, Hugo. Whatever this is, can it wait?
The police. They've been poking their noses into the missing racing club funds, asking some very awkward questions.
Well, I'll leave them to it. And I hope they find some answers.
I can just imagine what the press will do when they get hold of it.
Is that all you care about, Hugo? Your reputation?
Don't you, Robert? Takes years to build up, only moments to destroy.
Yeah, well, there's not a lot we can do about that right now. And this is hardly the time to discuss it.
There is something else I'd like to talk about. I'm arriving in Deauville at about 8. Any chance of a meeting?
Where?
The Café Le Morat. About 8.
All right.
See you then.
Who's that on the phone?
Oh, Hugo Latimer.
Hugo? What did he want?
Oh, there were just a few problems with the racing club. Nothing important. Nothing for you to concern yourself about.
Professor Galbraith?
Yes, I'm busy. What is it?
Inspector Rapp.
Ah, yes. Forensic said you might be stopping by. We've just got the hard disk reinstalled, and I think I might be able to help you. Assuming I can get the directory structure back.
That sounds encouraging.
Doesn't it?
Are you literate, Inspector? Computer literate?
No.
The hard disk unit. It's basically a memory, a kind of electronic wax. Everything David Ware wrote on his computer and bothered to save was imprinted on it, stored. And it could still be there.
I thought it'd all been destroyed.
Let me try and put this another way. Think of the disk as a filing cabinet. Now, what do you do if you want to locate a file? Let's say you're looking for a file on someone. Say...
You?
All right, a file on me. What would you need to know?
I'd need your Christian name, in case there were other Galbraiths.
Helen.
And your address?
That's right, then you'd be able to find your file. But supposing that system had been suddenly wiped out, and all the files were still there, but in no order, with no names on them and no addresses, how would you find your file? Well, that's what's happened here. The system's been wiped, but the files themselves are still there. Let me correct that. The system's there now, too. We've just restored it.
Extraordinary.
Ah, but the really interesting thing is that on a computer, files don't just have a name and address, they have a date and a time. Tell me, what time was David Ware found dead?
11:32, approximately.
Well, in that case, I think we might just be able to find out what Mr. David Ware was writing on his computer up until 50 minutes before his death. Approximately.
Thank you. Morning.
Morning. Coffee?
No, thanks.
So, your call came as quite a surprise.
Yes, I thought it might.
What can I do for you?
Fletcham Development Corporations. What's the latest?
That's confidential information. I'm not at liberty to say.
But you're still investigating Furman's takeover of the company and the possible redevelopment of Arkenfield.
According to Furman, he has no such plans.
You trust him?
You're the one doing business with him. Surely you know the answer to that question.
I don't trust him. Perhaps I should qualify that. I have some friends on the local planning committee, and they certainly don't trust him.
Oh?
They question his ethics. They think of him as an asset stripper. I wouldn't put it past him to redevelop.
Just exactly who on this planning committee?
Oh, well, that was in confidence. I'm not at liberty to say.
And what of your interest in all of this, Mr. Latimer?
Oh, I'm more interested in maintaining a good relationship with a merchant bank like Cortland's. I may need to raise capital or get my broker to move my portfolio of shares.
I see.
And in return, there's my contacts in the racing business. Well, put it this way. I have access to certain influential clients, privileged information. Not that I'm suggesting for a moment that I would betray any confidence, of course. Given the right set of circumstances, I think we could be useful to each other, don't you?
Never been so humiliated in my entire life.
Calm down.
Sometimes that man can be so infuriating.
Not you. And as far as I'm concerned, you're non-negotiable.
Well, that's comforting to know. So, are you planning on selling?
Definitely not. Well, not at the prices Freddie was offering.
Well, I still think we should be on our guard.
He seemed quite reasonable.
Too reasonable. That man is like a snake, ready to strike, especially when he smiles. Believe me, I should know. I've married him for 10 years. I'm warning you. Freddie can be kind, warm, and loving. But when he's crossed, he's a terrible enemy.
So don't you worry about Freddie. I'll take care of him.
Oh, you hope.
See you later.
Can't wait. Enjoy your lunch.
That's what he wrote at 10:31 p.m.
Strange. I wonder what he meant. What was he thinking?
Personally, I'd say he was pretty disturbed by something.
Question is, what?
Let's take a look at another entry. This was entered at 10:39. Corrupted, I'm afraid. I'll just scroll down, see if there's anything left.
Hold it there a moment. I'll just take a note of some of those names.
Suspects?
Could be. Well, that was the last entry he made.
10:39.
And 50 minutes later, he was found over at his stepmother's, dead. When you overran, there was something right at the end.
That significant?
John Ashton. I don't know.
Alors, Tony, c'est un fruit de mer, un croque-monsieur, et pour moi, c'est un steak frites à point. Et donnons-nous un demi-carafe de vin blanc. Merci, Tony.
I didn't know that you could speak French, Joe.
Ah, for God's sake. As long as you can order your grub, place a wee bet or two. Go into a bar and ask for a large Irish, sure, what you do, Gran?
I still can't believe you're here.
Of all the gin joints in all the world, of all the towns and all the race courses, you're the last person I expected to run into. I'm only doing the same as yourselves. Just earning an honest crust. At least trying to, anyway.
We missed you, Joe, back at Arkenfield.
Ah, well. The way it is here, Mo, I've no past. They take me as they find me. And that's the way I like it. Besides, the French mademoiselles of a certain je ne sais quoi. Here, I believe you've taken over the old job.
Yeah.
There's nuts, that's all right, it's okay. You deserve it. You've been in the business long enough, congratulations. I hope he's not working you too hard.
He is. It's worse than being in the army.
That's my boy. Discipline, that's the secret of a good yard. So, how's we Danny? Emma?
Fine, yeah, fine.
Well.
How's the governor?
He's fine. Yeah, he's fine. Look, he doesn't blame you. None of us blame you, Joe.
Listen, I've only myself to blame. Let that be a lesson to the pair of you.
You know that the governor did everything he could for you, Joe. He even went to the jockey club to see if he could stop you getting warned off.
Yeah, he's a good man, the governor. In this business, there's none better. And I should know because I work with most of them. Now, you remember that. You work your best for the governor and he'll look after you. Take you right to the top.
Voilà.
Merci, Tony. You know, remember that banker woman came along and made the offer about the 40 winners? Well, I reckoned to myself that, given the whole season, that maybe, now just maybe, he might pull it off. And now, look at the pair of us. You two here, Danger's lady, and maybe you passing that post tomorrow. Eh?
It depends. Latimer's got Neil Johnson riding the articulator.
Oh, I'd back you against Johnson any day.
Here, here. You know the ironic blooming thing? I've got to do my best to try and stop you, love.
I know, it's crazy. There's me, I'm on the lady. It's the most important race of my life. And you, travelling lad for Jean Vidrine.
Yeah, he's got the Turk up against you. Good horse, the Turk, I tell you. Running well on the gallops.
Thanks.
Well, at least you landed on your feet, Joe, working with Vidrine.
Yeah, thanks to Sue.
Sue?
Yeah, Sue. She's the one. Stuck her neck out for me. God love her. She got me the job. Sue.
Hello, Willie.
Articulator's flying on the gallops, but she's not doing it on the track.
Latimer's entered her at Deauville.
Something's going down. You can bet on it.
Oh, I will.
Yeah.
Alex, I thought you stood me up.
So sorry I'm late. I have a great many things on at the moment.
What'll I have to drink?
A dry white wine, please. I've only got half an hour, so let's get down to business, shall we?
Well, first of all, I'd prefer to discuss us.
I don't think we have anything more to say, Mike.
Evidently not, as far as you're concerned. You haven't returned any of my calls.
I told you, I've been extremely busy.
Nevertheless, don't you think you owe me an explanation?
I owe you absolutely nothing.
Look, Alex, all I've done is to try and be honest with you. You've certainly been honest with me. You've made it quite clear that our relationship is over.
You did that first, Mike.
If I've hurt you, Alex, I didn't mean to. But the fact is we have to work together. Whether you like it or not, we still have a business relationship.
All right, and I understand your concern. You're in a tenuous position. So let me be absolutely clear. On a personal level, you took advantage of me, and nobody does that. However, that's a separate issue. So let's leave that aside and get down to what concerns you and me, our business relationship. I'm employed to generate profits. To do that, I have to take risks. You were one of them.
We've had a good season so far.
And no doubt you're hoping to exercise that incentive clause.
We're just 2 winners away.
It's just that Arkenfield now appears to present other more lucrative opportunities than you could ever provide.
Are you threatening me?
No. Just clarifying the situation. 40 winners and you may think you have majority control. But that depends upon Rachel, who has just married a very astute businessman. Enjoy your lunch.
Have you always wanted to do this, Sue? Become a trainer?
Just an assistant so far. But yes, why?
Well, something I've always wanted to do. Have a career in racing.
And?
Well, I don't seem to be getting very far.
Give yourself a chance, Emma. You've only been in the business 5 minutes.
I know, but I seem to spend most of my time working in the office more than anything else.
Listen, when I started, I spent the first 6 weeks painting all the railings. I never even saddled a horse.
Yeah, but...
What?
Well, I mean, you come from the right background. I don't.
Making a career in this industry has nothing to do with background, Emma. It's about dedication, determination, and sheer bloody-mindedness.
And that's all.
If you want something badly enough, Emma, take it. Look at Mo. She's hungry and determined.
But so am I.
Well then, stick at it. Work hard. And if you want it, jockey, trainer, anything. The sky's the limit. If you want it badly enough, you can go all the way.
afternoon.
Afternoon. Would Mr. Gray be available, please?
I'm afraid he isn't. Can I help you?
Detective Inspector Raff, CID. I was hoping to have a word with Mr. Gray, if at all possible.
Oh, what about?
Hugo, delightful to see you.
Stavros.
Oh, such beautiful animals. Creatures of God, you know. And I'm in the market to buy one. Not for me. For Mama. God bless her.
Huh. I gather you've been visiting her in Athens.
Oh, yes, I make a point of it, Hugo, at least 4 times a year. I like to take care of her. And why not? After all, without our mothers, what would we be?
How is she? Keeping well? I hope so.
Oh, yes, she's very well.
Good.
My family, we all come from good, strong stock. Formidable, you know. And my mother is no exception. She's good, beautiful lady. Unlike some of the females in my country, you know, with the beard, capable of gutting a fish in 5 seconds with their teeth.
Look, Stavros, I'm on my way to Deauville. I don't have much time.
Oh, you have time for me, Hugo. Now, you listen to me. My niece Mara ran the casino while I was away. She said you were there. Won a lot of dosh on the roulette table, I hear.
Yes, I did, as a matter of fact.
Ah, well, it's good, it's good. You like to win, I like to win. You have a horse running at Deauville tomorrow.
Articulator.
Yes, Articulator. I gather the poor animal has had no success over a mile this season and is favorably weighted now. So now you're running her over 1.5 miles, and in France, with Neil Johnson up. Oh. Some people might say you've been running the horse over the wrong distance until the right race came along.
That would be very cynical of them.
Perhaps. Equally, if someone were to place a bet on Articulator and it won, well, they'd make a sizable return.
I'll be with you in half an hour, Inspector. Yes. Yes, all right. Thank you.
Well, the inspector, what did you want?
He just wanted to discuss...
What?
He's investigating the death of David Ware.
So what does that have to do with you?
And you better lock that.
What?
Your bike might get stolen.
Here.
You never know.
Someone wants to steal that piece of old junk, they're welcome to it.
What are you drinking?
You buying?
Usual?
Pint of best bitter. You're in a good mood, aren't you?
Well, the thing is, I wanted to talk to you about something, really. It's just, I'm really fed up of working in that office all day. And I don't want to be stuck working part-time here forever.
So?
Well, what do you think the governor would say if I were to ask him for an apprenticeship?
What, as? A typist?
No, as a jockey.
He's already got an apprentice. Mo. And she's a girl. And he doesn't want another one. No chance, Emma.
You don't know that.
If the governor ever got into the jumps, maybe. But no way is he going to apprentice another lady jockey for the flat. And not one at your weight.
You're just jealous. Just because you didn't make the grade, don't want anyone else to.
Just being honest.
I better get back behind the bar. So should you. Buy your own drink.
Oh, no.
How did you get along with Carolyn?
Oh, like a dream for 10 years.
I
and then
meant today.
they're getting a divorce.
Are you going to contest it?
No.
Oh, I would. I'd nail Carolyn and John for everything they've put you through.
I thought Carolyn was a friend of yours.
So did I. But if she hurts you, she also hurts me.
My dear protective sister. As a matter of fact, I might contest it. Depends what sort of settlement we can work out. Still enough of me. What about you and your love life? You and Mike Hardy still...
No. Made a mistake there, which I've corrected.
You make it sound like a typing error.
The relationship was an error, and it's over. But it just so happens it might present certain opportunities.
Oh?
Well, now that you've made a killing on the stock exchange, I thought you might like another investment.
What, in one of your private vendettas?
No, it's just that a certain company owns some valuable land locally.
Including Arkenfield?
Possibly. It's also possible that this company has acquired the rights to develop that land. The company was part of the James Brandt Group. Robert Furman owns it now. There are also some very interesting names on the share registry, including John Gray's.
Ah, there now.
I thought that might whet your appetite.
What you're telling me couldn't in any way be termed as classified, could it?
Family is family, Freddie.
You don't happen to know if we have any Sicilian blood in ours?
What do you mean?
We have a saying in Sicily, vengeance is a meal best served cold. I think that's something you and I understand rather well, don't you think?
Ah, Robert, what can I get you to drink?
Scotch on the rocks. Well, are you early or am I late?
I got in a bit early.
So what's all this about?
The police. They're treating David Ware's death as a murder investigation. Someone obviously had it in for him.
And you, Hugo. Break in the missing racing funds, hardly a friendly gesture.
I thought he was responsible for the break-in.
How else could he have raised the funds to invest in Fletcham Developments?
Exactly. Are you aware that his father was one of the original directors of the company?
Frank, yeah. He and James Brandt did a little business a few years back.
Well, that made David party to inside information.
And you, Hugo. How did you know about James Brandt and Frank Ware?
Alex Farrell. She's the most incredibly suspicious woman. I bought shares in the company because I thought it was an investment. I knew nothing about any sort of fraud.
Well, Miss Farrell can make all the allegations that she wants. You haven't done anything illegal. Let's see. Have you? You're not in any kind of trouble, are you, Hugo?
No trouble at all. I just wanted to check your card with the situation and Alex Farrell. I'd tread carefully with that one if I were you.
All this about David. I don't want you to say anything to Rachel about this. I'll choose the moment to break the news to her myself. I don't want to ruin her honeymoon. She has enough to face when we get back to England.
Why?
Now, I have a table booked at a restaurant. If you'll excuse me, I have to go.
I might pop into the casino later.
Well, have a good evening.
Yes. I'll certainly try to. Corinne. That little Poisson restaurant down at the harbor.
You're working late.
Just trying to clear some of this paperwork. What are you still doing here?
I've been in the lab, clearing some paperwork. Shouldn't you be packing for Deauville?
Got my passport, ironed my shirt.
You're going to need your sleep, you know. It's a big day.
Big day for both of us. All set for Salisbury?
Don't work too late, will you?
I'll try not, but I can't guarantee it. Good night, Sue.
Good night.
Hugo Latimer.
Hugo! How's Deauville? Not too hot, I heard.
Oh, no. Everything's fine, Stavros.
Excellent. And articulator?
Yes, we should get a result.
I think we'd better. We both have a lot riding on that race. Remember that, Hugo.
Absolutely.
Début des opérations de la troisième course, le prix de l'Étoile d'Or, 1600 mètres. Il y aura 7 partants, le numéro 1, le Turc, qui sera monté par la ministrie, le numéro 2...
How are you, mate? Good, Hugo. Good luck. And you? You'll need it.
Mike, you made it.
Plane was late. Robert, how are you both?
Looking forward to the race, Mike.
Good. Nick? How you feeling, Mo?
Nervous?
You don't be. Remember, the Turk likes to do all his running from in front, so just stay tucked in behind and make your move in the home straight.
Right, Governor.
Oh, and watch out for articulator. You never know with Hugo, especially with Johnson up.
Okay, Governor.
Don't worry, you'll be fine.
She better be. Listen, Governor, I'm rooting for you, except don't tell my boss. Okay, listen, I won't be able to talk now. See you later. Good luck, Joe!
He's been working it for Dreams. Who would have thought Joe Hogan up against Arkenfield? For Dreams? In that case, we have got a real race on our hands. Joe will have that horse in peak condition. Mo, the Turk's the one to watch.
Oh, right, Governor.
I wonder how Sue's getting on in Salisbury. I better give her a ring. See you later. See ya.
Just do your best, man.
Thank you, sir.
Hardy seems pleased with himself. He must think he's in with a chance.
I thought I taught that jockey lady of his a lesson.
Well, remember, there's a big bonus on it if you get a result.
No worries. I'll ride everyone, especially Arkenfield, into the ground.
Passing 4 furlong, Arkenfield, roll spread out within the lead. Orange.
Come on. Arkenfield loses and Freddie wins. Here's to more days like this. Salad days. And endless crates of champagne.
Perhaps you should raise your glass to Wall Street.
Why not? To Wall Street and all who sail in there. Good Lord. Look who's here.
What kept you?
I had an appointment. Did you back the winner?
No.
Did you see anything you fancied?
Well, not at those odds. Did you have a bet?
No.
What are you doing?
Of course not. Oh, I don't know. It's bad enough living with Freddie. Now, here I am walking with somebody who's involved in a murder mystery.
Don't be so dramatic. I'm just helping the police and Rachel with their inquiries.
I'm living with a total enigma. I'm virtually penniless. I'm being sued for divorce, and I've just blown what was left of my little nest egg.
I knew you had a bet. Where'd you get the money?
Some jewelry of my mother's.
And you sold it? I'm going to have to keep my eye on you. You've got to learn to quit when you're behind.
A first. And a second.
I'm sorry, Mike.
No, don't be. Well done, that's a terrific result.
Puts the pressure on Mo now, doesn't it?
I think we have a real chance here, Sue. Yeah. Look, I'm going to have to go. I'll speak to you later. They're going down. Bye.
Come on! Come on! Go on! Come on!
She's trapped on the rails!
Don't panic. Don't panic.
Come on!
Just wait.
Yeah!
And wait.
That's it. Now wait for the gap, girl. Wait for the gap.
And wait. birthday.
Come on! Come on, Mo! Come on! Come on! Come on! Yeah! Go on, Dangerous Lady! Yeah, that's my girl! Go on there! Yeah!
Right on, have a match, yeah?
Perhaps you'll be so kind as to give Mr. Latimer a message for me. Tell him Stavros Michaelidis called, and that I wish a word with him. Urgently. Thank you.
Oh, well done, well done.
Thanks, Rachel. Hell of a race.
Great ride, Mo.
Great horse, Mrs. Furman.
Unbelievable ride, Mo.
Was from where I was sitting, Governor.
Go away.
Congratulations, Mike!
Listen, I always told you you'd be up there with the best of them. And from now on, with Dangerous Lady, you're traveling first class.
If only you were still at Arkenfield to share it.
Ah, well, maybe one day, eh?
The first of many, Mrs. Furman.
Oh, I hope so.
Sorry I'm not here. Please leave a message. I'll get back to you as soon as I can.
Rachel, this is David. It's important I talk to you as soon as possible. It's very, very important. I have some information that involves my father, Grant, Robert Furman, and Hugo, Rachel, Hugo Latimer. Please call.
Stalls. It was just like we were one force, one purpose, you know? The lady and me, we just knew that we were going to win.
Well, I reckon Mo's proved herself now, Mike.
For once, maybe.
How'd you like to ride for me?
Do you mean that?
I'll retain you as my jock. Any objections, Mike?
No, if Mo hasn't.
No, no objections at all.
It's a deal, then.
Who's that on the phone?
I don't know. They hung up.
Well, Arkenfield's finally on the map, eh?
Yeah, finally on the map, Danny.
Well, now you've got the Sergeant Major's job. There's no travelling ad lad, is there? I mean, not officially.
We're going to advertise, Danny.
I could do it soon, if you had a word with the governor.
I'm sorry, Danny, I can't recommend that at the moment. Maybe in a year, but not yet.
Oh, I'm just supposed to muck out for the rest of my life, am I? Well, I'm better than that. I know I am. And if you won't give me the chance to prove it, maybe Latimer's will.
How are you, Rachel?
Oh.
Enjoy your honeymoon?
Oh, it was wonderful.
We missed you, didn't we?
Yes, absolutely.
I'm sorry to hear about David.
Well, suicide was hard enough to deal with, and now this. Thanks, anyway.
All right, Emma, all right. If I expanded the jumps this winter, I'll try you out. If you're any good, well, we'll see. But I'm not promising anything, okay?
Thanks, Doc. See you later.
Congratulations, Mike.
Thank you.
You remember Freddie, my brother, don't you?
Of course, my bad.
Damn fine effort at Deauville, from what I hear, Mike. How's applaud?
I'm afraid he's down with a touch of virus at the moment.
You look after that horse, Mike. They will have a new owner shortly. I'm negotiating to buy him back.
So, now you've got your 40 winners, hmm?
You made it possible, Alex.
That's very generous of you to say so. We'll sign the papers tomorrow, investing the majority in you and Rachel as agreed. To your future, Mike.
Ladies and gentlemen, if I could just have your attention at the back there for a moment, please. Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to make a toast to a great young trainer and all his team. May the winners continue to come. To Mike and Arkenfield.
Mike and Arkenfield.
Mr. Farman?
Yeah.
Mr. Robert Farman?
What's the problem, officer?
I'd like you to accompany me to the station, please, sir.
This is absurd. In connection with what?
Serious fraud, embezzlement of private funds, and the murder of David Ware.
I've been set up here. Well, don't you see? Someone has set me up.
Hugo Latimer.
Hugo? Stavros, I just heard about the unfortunate death of David Ware. A charming man. Such a tragedy.
Yes, it is. A terrible tragedy.
There is still the small matter of your account, Hugo, to be settled.
More to life. Inside your